Tardy, what a day. I mean, that's a heck of a round out here in these conditions. Birdied 2 of your last 3. Just walk me through your round out there.
Yeah, honestly, I hit it pretty solid all day. You're going to hit some bad shots in the wind or get unlucky breaks, but I think I just played a lot of the downhill wind shots to my advantage today, and yeah, I just stayed patient out there.
Do you consider yourself a wind player?
A what?
A wind player.
A wind player. The tournament that I won on Epson, it was really windy, so I guess so.
Yeah. Speaking of Epson, I saw some of your stories last year. There were some tournaments out there that made this look mild. It's 40, 50 mile an hour winds that you had to play some golf in, and obviously
Right.
had to play well in. What did you learn maybe from those instances that you used today?
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely 2 or 3 tournaments I could name that definitely have this kind of wind, and then you add cold and rain into it. So, this is beautiful, I think. It obviously gets gusty out there, and you just kind of maybe wait for the gusts to go by. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty used to playing in the wind, and living down in Florida in the off season was quite windy as well. So it's just kind of playing to my advantage this week.
Third or fourth maybe of the full field event of the year. How's your rookie season been going out here so far?
Yeah, I think the first couple of tournaments were a little bit of nerves, especially the first tournament, just kind of trying not to get overwhelmed and trying to figure out how to prepare for a tournament where it's just a little bit different than being on Epson. But yeah, I had a hole-in-one in Palos Verdes, so I think I'm just kind of riding that momentum and just taking all the positives and really enjoying while I'm out here.
What have you learned about that prep that maybe you applied to this week that seems to have helped you so far?
Yeah, I haven't really been able to see the golf course twice the last 2 events, and so I just got here a day early and was able to get all my on-course preparation in, and I think that's been key, is just trying to be confident off the tee and figuring out the birdie holes and just the safe spots. I mean, there's definitely a couple pin locations out here where you can't go at it, and I guess you could, but it's like a 5-yard landing area, so especially with a crosswind, that's pretty difficult. So yeah, just making sure all my prep on the course was done, and that's just what I did this week.
And then just finally, obviously going to get the afternoon draw tomorrow. What's the strategy? I mean, this is now mild a little bit, but when those big gusts comes up, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of the same thing that I did today. I think my caddy and I did a really good job at hitting low knockdown shots when needed, and I kind of just did that all day, even if it was downwind. You get a downwind hole with 25 miles an hour downwind and firm greens, you still can't stop it, so it's not necessarily an easier hole. But yeah, just taking your time and really thinking about your landing spots and where to go on the greens is probably going to be key for tomorrow.
Perfect. That's all we need.
Okay.
Thanks.